And welcome back to the final part of Splatoon. We're finally going to be saving Captain Cuddlefish.
Yay! My latest addiction. My Hero Academia. Next week! As at the time of this recording.
I know, season. I know everyone's excited for that, but honestly, I'm like 10 times more excited for a sequel, kinda alternate universe show to one of my favorite animes of all time. Steins Gate Zero is premiering, and the simuldub and the sub I will be watching both because I love that. Like, if you want,
Steins Gate's getting
it's gonna be set in an alternate universe, but it's gonna have the same characters. It's more or less gonna be
Shmeequel?
If you've ever seen Steins Gate, the dystopian future that they've talked about that they're trying to prevent, it's gonna be taking place in that future.
So kind of like how people wanted an anime series on the future Trunks timeline.
Are you talking about the thing with Goku Black?
Actually both. The Goku Black Future Trunks timeline, as well as, well, we also kind of got it, but we people wanted to see more like the history of Trunks movie during the Android Saga. We kind of
it's kind of like that, but it's more. It's kind of I can't really go into it because it really does. It spoils one of the main things of Steins Gate, and I don't want to do that because I love Steins Gate way too much. But oh, actually, speaking of which, today I don't know if GDC is still going on or not. I don't think it is.
GDC ended last week.
Well, GDC
GDC was last week, actually.
At GDC, there was an announcement that Steins Gate is coming to the Switch in America too.
Yep.
So I will be picking that shit up day one. Because now this one is gonna have animated cutscenes from the actual anime, which is amazing. I so can't fucking wait. I love that show way too much. I even went to the English dub premiere of the movie. It was at KatsuCon last year, and it was so fucking awesome.
I forgot single player had a map feature. Not gonna lie.
Well, I mean, they had to use the gamepad for something.
Yeah. Although, like, that legitimately reminded me. Single player in Splatoon 2 has a map feature too, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I think it's on a separate button.
I don't mind the separate button.
Me neither.
Like, especially in Turf War, I love I'm perfectly fine using that the Y button.
Yeah, because honestly, for me,
it's
it was a bit It's disorienting to.
Whatever.
To
Eric. Dantic. Fuckhead.
I'm just trying to make it correct for the audience. Don't want to misinform.
But like, I completely don't mind using a separate button. Remind me, what did that button replace? Like, what was the X button in Splatoon 2? Or in Splatoon 1?
I can't remember.
I don't really think it did anything, honestly. Because really, when it comes to shooting, I mean, it's just the ZR button and aiming. That's about it. And then L to go into excuse me, into
relocating.
No, that was Y.
Yeah, but I think Y was the jump button.
No, X was the jump button.
Oh yeah, they moved the jump button down to B. So what was B in Splatoon 1?
Something.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know, man. I haven't played this game in years.
I haven't played this game in a year. I really fucking hate I really fucking hate the snipers in this game.
Makes me sad that Overwatch still doesn't have its own story mode.
Yeah, man, like, I want to get Overwatch so bad, but that's literally the only thing that's keeping me from getting it. It's because I don't really want to just get into an online-only game. I would like there to actually be, like, more of the cutscenes and shit.
And demonetized.
Fuck.
Dude, someone fucking posted that picture with Donald doing that and beating the shit out of Goku with his erect dick. Even though really all I think that was from a short where like something got in his stomach, you know, cartoon stuff. Something got in his stomach and made him like go upwards very high.
What immediately and this shows the fucking kid I am.
Watch out.
Octo expansion.
Yeah, Octo
by the way,
expansion
Eric.
hype!
By the way, Eric, dibs.
No! You will not take it from me. I've been waiting too long for this.
You're recording.
No, technically he's already recording Splatoon 2, and I mean recording Splatoon 2.
I know, but we've had like in several cases we're actually doing like one person records base game, the other records like any expansions.
I will not give this up. I've waited too long to play as Octoling.
Same here, bud.
And yet you don't play Splatoon 2 on the regular.
Often. I just don't like grinding in shooters. Honestly, I've been playing more Salmon Run than I have Turf War. Salmon Run is so fucking addicting.
I mean, I took a break after reaching level 30 since, well, that's when I stopped getting new weapons in the shop. But then there's still
You're gonna try and reach for that rank X
level.
You're gonna try and reach for rank X?
Well, that would be my next step, getting top rank!
But yeah, so dibs on Octo expansion. Story missions.
I waited too long for this.
Too late.
Nope.
Too late.
No. The best part of that, I know it was in the 3.0, but the best thing they've just added to the story mode was finally having Callie appear in the Octo Canyon. I think at this point I'm trying to find one of the Octolings because I can hear him. I have the volume turned down right now so I can hear you guys, but I can't find her, so I think at this point I'm just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go ahead and finish the level.
For some reason, the only Octolings in these stages are girls.
Aren't they all girls?
Yeah.
Even in Splatoon 2?
Yeah, in there too. we don't get to see, we never got to see a boy until the Octo expansion.
And before, have they? Wait, I don't even remember in the trailer them showing an Octoling boy.
They showed off a boy.
I'm pretty sure they did.
They did.
We're getting both genders.
I was only paying attention to the Octoling girls because I love the design. I love those hairstyles.
I mean, there was only one in particular that they were showing walking very slowly. Them hips don't lie.
Was that the boy?
No, that wasn't the boy. That was the girl.
Oh no, they showed a lot of female hairstyles. I think they only showed.
Them hips don't lie.
Probably might have only shown one. Boy hair, Octoling hairstyle.
Then you remember that they got hips that don't lie, and then you remember that they're 14-year-olds.
Yeah.
Say what now?
They're 14.
What, the Octolings or
Inklings and Octolings?
Yeah, everyone in the game's 12.
14.
Or, sorry, 14.
That's not stopped Japan before.
And the girls specifically have hips that don't lie.
No, my hips don't lie.
I mean, seriously. Don't you remember how long they spent on the Octoling girl just walking slowly?
Yeah, that trailer is still creepy as shit. I'm not gonna lie, that trailer still creeps me out.
Pearl and Marina looking like rappers.
You mean Tupac and Biggie Smalls?
Biggie Smalls and Tupac. Wait, so does that mean Pearl and Marina are gonna die?
Shit. Save for Splatoon 3.
Wait, no. See, Marina was Tupac, I believe it was?
No, the reincarnations, by God.
No. That just means Pearl's going to die for sure, and everyone's going to swear Marina's not dead.
Exactly.
And then in 10 years, they'll bring out a hologram of Marina, and that'll just make everyone swear that no, Marina's not dead, she's just in hiding.
Although this game is an apocalyptic future, so they could just be reincarnations.
I still can't fucking believe people are still to this day adamant that Tupac's still alive.
That's just outside my. That's outside my
Another
thing.
thing that could debunk my theory is that Marina wishes humans were real.
Wait, what?
Don't you remember? Have you not seen some of the funny screen caps?
I love that image.
The fucking Wii U, buried as it should be.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh shit! Did you catch that right above the Wii U? So you know how a lot of people don't like the size of the gamepad? A lot of people for Splatoon 1 would actually take their Wii U Pro controllers, strap on a Wiimote, and rubber band it so they would have the Wiimote for motion control and the like. If you look at the John, if you could do this for me in post edit, go back to where they showed that scroll right above the Wii U. They actually put up just that, a Wiimote rubber banded to a Pro controller.
Chuck Conroy also showed that off when he was doing this campaign. He showed off a real image.
Well, no, yeah, I know people did that, but they actually bring mention to it, and this was when the game launched, so they knew people would actually do that.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's possible that maybe during focus testing they did that.
Well, either way, they knew before the game even came out. They knew people would be doing that shit.
That's only because the Pro controllers didn't have motion control.
Nope.
Now that's not a problem with the Switch.
You know, this is going into a bit of Oh, okay. Sorry, just got a notification on Discord. I know you guys did too.
Mm-hmm.
Going into how it has motion and everything. I know Eric will know what I'm talking about, but the secret at the end of Star Allies with the HD rumble, maybe it's, I don't know what happened, but I did that level, but I don't think I got that.
I saw Dude's review, so yeah, I heard about the secret.
Yeah, I watched the game explain video, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but that didn't happen to me. I think I don't remember. I've done that level. I know.
Did you play with Pro Controller or Joy-Cons?
Pro Controller.
I think I think you have to use it with Joy-Cons.
No, because Dude used it with
He used Pro Controller.
No,
oh, he did? Okay.
Or it could have been, or I think I was playing it in handheld mode. I really
no,
don't
even in
remember well.
if handheld mode uses the vibration from the Joy-Cons.
I'd have to go back and I'd have to just do it again. Well, I mean, we'll find out during MomoCon.
Yeah. So I was thinking that maybe the Pro Controller, because I don't know exactly whether or not it has dual rumble.
It does.
So it has dual rumble to simulate both Joy-Cons? It has a left rumble and a right rumble?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it does. I'd have to play Odyssey again to tell you that. I'm pretty sure it does.
Bringing up Odyssey, yes, I can confirm that actually, because I'm remembering now. Yeah, it has two. It has technically. Okay, it has double HD rumble. Just say because I think actually how they simulate HD rumble is each of the Joy-Cons have 3 different rumbles to them, I think. Or rumble motors, I should say. At least 3. Actually, that's the one interesting game. One of 5 interesting games on 1-2 Switch. The one with the balls rolling in the box, and you have to guess how many. So.
Wait. You said, sorry, I was kind of half paying attention there. Sorry, because I was having to read something else. You said that was a thing in 1-2 Switch?
One of the games, yes, where.
I'm bringing that with me to MomoCon.
Oh, fuck me.
Don't go.
I have a friend who has it. Wait, what? Editing fuck up.
Also, hi, Ruby.
That's more of a bit of a reference to for myself, for a friend of mine. He's the one who got me into RWBY. I've only still at this point in recording, I've only seen the first 2 seasons and don't really have an interest to keep watching.
Honestly, season 2 is, you know, when it starts wrapping up speed. I highly recommend like just giving season 3 a try, see what you think.
Honestly, I like Ruby Chibi the most out of anything RWBY.
Oh,
I know
Ruby
that's so
it is fucking
weird,
adorable.
Like, I think it just fits for the type of animation that RWBY is. I think it works better as a short cartoon of like.
Honestly though, I don't know what to think about RWBY because I really like RWBY, but it's pretty obvious that the writing has honestly kind of suffered ever since Monty Youm's passing.
Yeah. I mean, Ruby Chibi is what introduced me to ASMR, and I thank it for that.
Oh, that fucking! I know exactly which one you're talking about. Oh, Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
Hey, I had to include it, and I decided to do it at the end. So
it's a trap.
Oh, you didn't. I'm surprised you know Admiral Akbar.
Nah.
Too obvious.
I mean, I would do it for something like Star Fox Assault, but...
Yeah. What was I talking about? RWBY Chibi kind of distracted me.
Story?
I love this boss.
What was I talking about?
Oh god, he's got celery.
That's wasabi.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. It's a plant. I mostly know it in its blob form.
Yeah.
Actually, what was really funny is that I remember this boss giving me so much fucking trouble my first time playing.
I love this boss.
Storm.
I love this boss because it's a proper level, and honestly, that's what makes me really not like the Splatoon 2 final boss because
well, it's a rehash. But at the same time, there's not as much danger.
It's a poor rehash. It's a poorly done rehash because it doesn't capture the same essence of what it was. It's just an arena rather than, you know, the fucking level that this was. This is one of the hardest levels in the game.
It is the hardest level in the game.
Because you're fighting while staying on platforms.
Honestly, the invisible platform levels were harder for me. Like but yeah, this is one of the hardest, you know, platforming levels in the game, and it is just fun to basically fight a boss during a level.
To me, it just depends on that. But I can't think of an example at the right moment. Like when it's done right, like in Super Mario 3D World, it's done fantastic.
Oh, the final boss for 3D World, like with where
Cat Bowser.
3D Land 2, where he uses the double cherries.
Yeah.
Well, no, sorry. That's still 3D World. Yeah, 3D World, he uses double cherries and
the cat suit.
And Cat Mario together, double power-ups. In 3D Land, he uses the Tanuki suit.
Well,
but yeah, like those types of boss battle. But yeah, like those boss battles, like where you're fighting the boss through the level, I fucking love those. That is a pinnacle of just taking the full extent of the game's level design and incorporating the boss into it and making a spectacle out of it.
Own hat trick.
Well, if you want to count the final boss for Jak 3, that's where I draw the line, because that is one of the worst final bosses in history to me. Well, the first phase anyway. The second phase is just a standard boss fight, but the first phase fucking blows. I gotta record that tomorrow.
What? I want to get on the topic of bosses, continue this tangent, but right now it's really bugging me. I feel like I had something to say, and then RWBY Chibi distracted me.
That's ASMR for you.
Son of a bitch. Maybe it'll come back to me. On the topic of bosses, I'm honestly going to give credit where credit's due to Arkham Knight. Like, City still has the best bosses. Like, that Mr. Freeze boss, you're never going to top that. But with Arkham Knight, like, the whole end section is basically boss fight after boss fight, but not in the sense that you would think, because it basically it's basically a master mode fight, incorporating everything that you've just been doing throughout the entire game. So like the Cobra tank. So like let's look at like the Batmobile stuff. The Cobra tanks are essentially, you know, the sort of stealth mode missions for the Batmobile. The what's it called? The Cloudburst that Arkham Knight's piloting. That's essentially the boss mode of the the sort of stealth mission aspects of, you know, the Cobra tanks.
Which I fucking hate, by the way.
I didn't mind the Cobra tanks.
I just hate being stealthy in a tank.
I actually
Tank
I
with
did
rubber
kind of
bullets.
I liked being I actually liked being stealthy with the tank. I thought it was an interesting change of pace from the endless fucking horde rush. What you know what really made me appreciate the stealth I guess quote unquote stealth sections with the tank, the fucking bomb diffusion missions, where it's just another combat mission. I hated that shit, especially in New Game Plus. Oh, fuck those. But no, so you have the Cloudburst, which is basically a boss mode for stealth missions with the Batmobile. The drill right before the final area is sort of a boss mode of the pursuit of the pursuit
I mean,
mode.
I
where
like that. I like that one. Like that
Yeah,
one
like
is at least fun because you don't always have to be in the tank mode, and it's actually more encouraged for you to be in the Batmobile.
It's basically a pursuit, a car mode boss fight.
Which I'm fine with that. I just wait. What?
You try to get in from the side, which yeah, Splatoon 1 always had that issue where you're trying to get in from the side of a geyser. It'll push you back instead of up.
I'm not questioning myself. Why didn't I fucking cut? Well, then again, I recorded this about a year ago, so my current editing status for what I do in like when I record these raw.
You aren't as anal about how you edit.
Well, during this probably not, but definitely now I'm very, very particular with my editing.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm gonna insert a joke, I make sure it's like on the last frame it can possibly be on before I add in the original, before I put the raws back together when I have to splice them open in Premiere. That's what can make editing sometimes just take so long. Like, I know during Wind Waker, inserting some of the jokes that I put in that one, like, like just making sure I had all the sound effects sounded correctly. I had to make sure every frame is perfect about that. Like, I get that it's just for probably a 2-second joke. It's like with these loading screens in the game. I made sure I did it for every single frame that the loading screen is on screen. But we're almost to the best part of this entire boss fight. Oh, by the way, shoot those little exploding grenade-looking things, because then they drop down enemies, and you really don't want to deal with those while you're doing this boss. You see, this is why I was like early in the playthrough. I was talking about that I really only upgrade the ink cart, like how much ink you can hold. It's because of this boss fight. That's really it.
Honestly, this boss fight's kind of why I started using grenades. Specifically, the Seeker, because it's a straight line and it lets me just move fast.
Oh, drop the sea bass. Or is it bass?
There's a YouTube channel called Gifts with Sound that they actually put that song in with someone holding the bass and then drops it. Best song in the entire game.
I fucking love this track.
Kelly, you're holding it upside down again.
I really love Captain Cuddlefish during
I
this.
love that they brought that gag back for Splatoon 2.
Mm-hmm.
This theme is so fucking good. But yeah, actually, talking about boss fights, I think, honestly, that's where Arkham Origins kind of shined. I really like the boss fights in Arkham Origins. I liked...
Oh yeah, this is my least favorite part of the fight, because you have these really small platforms when you have to dodge, like, the giant laser.
See, this part I didn't really have a problem with because, you know what you need to do for, like, the laser? Go all the way to an edge and bait it over so you have more room to maneuver on the other side.
So it's not the it's not the laser, it's the whale.
Whatever. You know what? That actually does remind me of the ghostly whale.
Favorite power of Danny Phantom.
You see, you said that, but I didn't think of Danny Phantom. I thought, what the fuck are you referencing SpongeBob for? the literally.
But no, I don't know. Honestly, I'm trying to remember. Danny Phantom power-ups.
He had
Power-ups?
he had his
he had power.
He had the beam. He had the dome.
I actually have the entire series of Danny Phantom on DVD.
Because I actually like the dome, like especially when he learned to make it explode, because it reminds me of Spider-Man 1, the movie game, with the web dome power-up.
I hated that game.
I love that game. Like, wait,
No. I love Spider-Man 2. Don't get me wrong. I love that game. But
Spider-Man 1, the movie game, was honestly, combat-wise, I prefer it over. Okay, level design was kind of trash. If I'm just being honest, it did not have that many good levels. I actually never managed to beat it because fuck the penultimate level. The stealth level, I hated that level.
I actually just picked up a few weeks ago during my spring break. Me and a friend of mine went to had a road trip, and we stopped at a few game stores on our way. And I managed to finally find a fucking copy of Spider-Man 3, the movie game, on PS3.
I never played that one.
I did when I first got my PS3, but I never beat it. So I've got it. I just haven't played it.
Is that any good?
It was okay. 2's better, though.
Honestly, the way I hear it, it's 2, 1, 3.
Like, 3 is just hard.
Like, for me, my favorite part about Spider-Man 1, the movie game, is the power-ups. Like, the move combos. Like, the web... Like, for me, you can't beat advanced impact webbing, and the advanced web dome, where it fucking blows up. Like, that is... I love those moves.
Oh my god.
Waifus!
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've seen these two on screen.
And in those outfits, too.
Well, I mean, you see them in their outfits in the when they do their performance in Splatoon 2.
Those outfits?
Yeah, when they do their performance during the final boss.
No, they have different
hey guys,
outfits.
I'm sorry to say this, but
their outfits from here.
I don't mean to be super unprofessional at the last part. What time are we at? My video paused.
What?
57, 59,
29 minutes.
Okay.
We're at credits.
Thank you. That'll be easier. That'll be easier to sync up in post. All right.
I love this credits theme. It's so laid back and fucking chill.
I prefer Splatoon 2's just a wee bit. Mostly because
I don't remember Splatoon 2's
any
theme. Like, for me, it's just so chill, laid back. Like, this is a song you could get high to. Like, it just has that slow R&B kind of rhythm to it.
Go going into final thoughts though, so I'll go first since I was the one who recorded this. I know you said usually we go last, but Splatoon was a very big surprise hit with me. It's something that I wish I could get back into a bit more. I had to, I said it earlier in this commentary, I had to sell my copy of Splatoon 2, but that was mostly because of where I live at right now. My Switch can't connect to Wi-Fi, and to connecting it to the with an Ethernet cord, it's a little bit more trouble than it's worth right now. So I'm just kind of waiting till I'm in a better place where living conditions actually will allow me to connect it via Wi-Fi. So I really like Splatoon. You really don't need to play the first one. Because since 2's out and it's already getting its first paid expansion, so like they're going to still be continuing to support the game for a long time, so you're fine with just jumping into 2. But 1 definitely caught me by surprise. It was the start,
like it was the thing that started it.
Yeah, and it has become one of my favorite games on the Wii U. You guys can talk to. Oh, Monolith Software had something to do with this game. That's interesting.
Those are Assembly guys, right?
Yeah.
Iwata.
All right. We miss you.
Thanks for playing.
Anyways, your final thoughts, Eric? Sorry, I'm still reeling back. This game had to remind me.
Original game for the Wii U. It made a nice cartoony take on the usual shooter games for every console.
Yeah, it really brought its own unique thing to console, to basically third-person, first-person online shooters, and it brought in something.
It actually has.
I hate myself. It brought in something for. I'm gonna fucking hate myself. It started something fresh, or it brought something fresh.
It was because it was because of Ruby Chibi.
So it's so fresh that it's off the book.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah. But yeah, it brought something fresh to the table with regards to online shooters, and it. Going back to this really makes me hate the base Splatoon 2 campaign, because this is still kind of superior with level design.
And I'm hoping that, well, here's hoping the Octo expansion delivers
I'm definitely looking forward to the Octo expansion. And by the way, Eric is still calling this.
I'll fight
Fuck you. Fuck you. 1v1 me and 1v1 me in Injustice 2, bitch. No. Has to be appropriate. Nintendo 1v1 me in ARMS.
With motion controls.
Oh, I play ARMS with motion controls.
Anyway, let's go ahead and
so
wrap
my
it up.
final thoughts. Yeah, Splatoon 1, like I said, Splatoon 1 campaign definitely better than Splatoon 2 campaign. I mean, Splatoon 2 definitely, the campaign definitely adds some balances, and some of the level design is more fresh. It does bring new things like the the beach bounce pads, those beach tube things, and more aesthetical variety. Like the levels do look different in different environments and all that, but some of that level design is just obnoxious. This was definitely a charming, fresh game for the Wii. Shut up. Charming, fresh game for the Wii U that it sorely needed. Too little, too late.
Yeah.
Anyways, been going on long enough. Just send it for me, John. Just send it for me, John. Say our.
Okay. Alright, so anyway guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.